Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story that's so unsettling it feels like it crawled right out of a horror movie. But for one woman, this was all too real. Her name is Clara, and one night her ordinary life took a turn into the truly bizarre. It all started with something simple, something many of us have probably experienced: the TV turning on by itself. Clara was home alone, winding down after a long day. She was in her kitchen, making a cup of tea, when she heard the sudden blare of sound from the living room. Her heart jumped. The TV was on, blasting static at full volume. She grabbed the remote, her hand shaking a little, and mashed the power button. Silence. She chalked it up to a power surge, maybe a faulty wire. It was weird, but explainable, right? She tried to forget it, but a sense of unease lingered in the quiet apartment. The next evening, it happened again. This time, she was reading on the couch. The screen burst to life, not with static, but with a picture. It was a news report. The anchor was talking about a local bank robbery. But what made Clara freeze wasn't the news story itself. It was the background. Through the window of the bank, in the crowd of onlookers, she saw a woman who looked exactly like her. Same hairstyle, same coat she'd worn just that morning. It was uncanny, but she told herself it was just a doppelganger. A strange coincidence. But the coincidences started piling up. The TV would turn on at random times, always showing news footage from earlier that day. But the coincidences started piling up. The TV would turn on at random times, always showing news footage from earlier that day. And in each clip, her lookalike was there. Standing outside a coffee shop she'd just left, walking down the same street, just a few paces behind her. It was like watching a ghost of her own day. She started to feel watched, paranoid. Was she going crazy? She tried unplugging the TV, but it didn't work. The next time it turned on, the cord was lying useless on the floor beside it. The fear was getting unbearable. She started filming the TV with her phone, desperate for proof. But whenever she played the recordings back, the screen was just black. It was as if this phenomenon was happening just for her. Her friends were worried. They suggested everything from an electrical issue to stress-induced hallucinations. No one believed the full, terrifying scope of what she was experiencing. Clara felt completely isolated, trapped in her own home with this phantom broadcast. One rainy Tuesday, things escalated. The TV flickered on, not to a news report, but to a live security feed. The camera angle was strange, positioned high in the corner of a room, her bedroom, and on the screen she saw herself sleeping in her own bed. Her blood ran cold. The timestamp in the corner read 3:15 a.m., just a few hours earlier. She was watching a recording of herself from that very night, broadcast on her own television. Who was filming her? How? She ran to her bedroom, frantically searching for a hidden camera. She tore the room apart, checked every corner, every device, every air vent. She found nothing. There was no rational explanation. The line between reality and this nightmare was dissolving completely. She felt like a character in a story being written by some unseen, malevolent author. The TV wasn't just a window to the world anymore. It was a window into her life, a window someone else was controlling it. The following night, she couldn't sleep. She sat on the couch, her phone clutched in her hand, staring at the blank TV screen, waiting. Just after midnight, it came to life. This time, it wasn't a past recording, it was live. The image was grainy, shot from a low angle. It was the view from under her own bed. She could see the edge of her comforter, the carpet, and then she saw feet, her own feet, as she sat on the couch in the living room. An icy dread washed over her. The broadcast was happening right now. The camera was in her apartment, live streaming her reaction. Then, on the screen, something else entered the frame from the darkness under the bed. A hand, a pale, slender hand, slowly reaching out from underneath her bed, inching toward her feet on the screen. Clara screamed, not just from fear, but from the horrifying realization that what she was seeing on TV was happening in real time, in the other room. She scrambled off the couch, her back slamming against the wall. She didn't dare go into the bedroom. She just stared at the TV, at the hand on the screen, which had now frozen, as if aware it was being watched. The image wavered, and then the screen changed. It was her own face staring back at her, but it wasn't a reflection. The woman on the screen was her doppelganger, the one from the news reports. Her expression was flat, her eyes empty, and then she smiled, a slow, chilling smile that didn't reach her eyes. Text appeared at the bottom of the screen, just 2 words: "I'm you." Clara's breath hitched. What did it mean? Was this a threat, a psychological break, or something far, far worse? The face on the screen just kept smiling, its gaze locked with hers. Suddenly, the front door of her apartment clicked. The sound of the lock turning echoed in the silent apartment. Clara's heart hammered against her ribs. She was frozen in place, her eyes darting between the smiling face on the TV and the locked front door. The doorknob began to turn. The story, as it was told, ends there. We don't know what happened when that door opened. We don't know who or what was on the other side. This account has circulated in forums and online communities, a modern ghost story for the digital age. Is it a cautionary tale about technology? A deep dive into psychosis? Or did Clara truly encounter something inexplicable? Whatever you believe, it serves as a terrifying reminder that sometimes the most frightening horrors are the ones that find us right in our own homes. Through the familiar, glowing screens we watch every day. Thanks for watching. If you have any similar stories or theories about what happened to Clara, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the strange and unexplained. Stay safe out there, and maybe, just maybe, unplug your TV tonight.